Hey everyone! If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Inga and I am a teacher here in Korea. If you're not new to my channel, what's up guys? Today I really wanted to do like my first Korean foundation review slash first impression. So I wanted to do something that would also really relate to people who live in the States or have access to Sephora, because the Too Cool for School Dinoplatz line launched in Sephora, yay, for crazy, crazy, ridiculous prices. Yeah. But here's the thing, if it's worth the price, then it's not a bad deal, right? So let's see if this is really worth the price. I actually purchased this in Korea for 33,000 won. And I think I might have had a sale, so I might have actually gotten it for a little cheaper than that. But normally it runs for 33,000 won. So because it's evening here now, I'm going to wait until tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to apply it half my face without any primer or anything, and then the other half with primer, see if it makes much difference. Just so you guys know, the one I have here is their cream foundation, not the cushion. It still comes in the same basic form, which is you squeeze it open, you have your little cushion that I need to clean, you've got your cream foundation in the inside, and then, lo and behold, secret compartment in the back. You have concealer, highlighter, and this is supposed to be a cream blush slash lip gloss. So I'll talk about that later because I already tried it out a little bit. Just a little bit. Anyway, let's move on to me tomorrow morning. I'll probably be super tired and I'll probably be talking really quietly to not wake my neighbors. So go ahead and let's start the video. Good morning. So on half of my face I'm going to apply my favorite primer, and on the other half I'm going to apply nothing, and then I'm just going to put it on and wear it throughout the day, and when I get back we'll check it out and see how it wore. Okay, so the first layer is on. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is a shade darker, I think, than my skin tone. This is the lightest shade they offer. They only offer the two. It's not exactly my skin tone, but it's not bad, and it is a little on the warm side. So let me see if we can build the coverage. So I've built up the coverage, but so far I'm not the biggest fan of this foundation. It really sits on my skin, so I feel like it's a lot more noticeable that I'm wearing foundation. It doesn't help that it is a color too dark and a shade too warm for my skin tone. But with only two shades, I wasn't gonna be able to do much. Alright, so I'm gonna finish my makeup and then I'll be right back. So my base makeup is done. One thing I did notice is it transferred on this half of my face because I had my hand sitting while I was doing eyeliner. So it did transfer onto my hand pretty well. So I'm worried that this side is going to move around because the foundation hasn't set or anything yet. It's still very movable. I feel like it probably will end up in my fine lines, but we will see. This half of my face, I did end up powdering it just to see if I could block that transfer. And I mean, most of us, a lot of people, they tend to powder anyway, so it just made sense to me just to put a little powder on. So I'm gonna go about my day and I will come back and we will check out how the foundation lasted throughout the day on the primer side and the non-primer side. Anyway, I gotta go to work. work. Okay, so I've worn it for a significant amount of time right now. I put it on at about like 7 a.m. this morning, which is why I was talking all quiet, because I didn't want to wake my neighbors up. Thin walls, it's a problem. But right now it's about 3:30, so it's been on for a good amount of time. So I'm gonna swatch this for you guys so that you can see exactly the difference in skin color. So as you can see here on my hand, it is a light color, but it's almost peach in a way on my hand a little bit. It's definitely a warm undertone, so it doesn't 100% fit my skin. If you can see on my non-primered side, it's patchy, it's worn off on my cheeks right here. My actual contour is not as smooth as it was this morning, but on my primered side, you know, the contour looks a little better, but it's still worn off a little bit down here, which could also be because my cheeks are really cold because it started snowing. It didn't really change color or oxidize throughout the day, so that is good. I liked that. And it did eventually set so that it didn't transfer as easily, but it does take a good like 15 to 30 minutes to really set. So let's take an up close and way too personal look at my face. So if you can see here by my nose, it's patchy, it's in my pores. If you look at my nose, it has, for the most part, worn off. You can see my little blackheads and the patchiness. On the primered side, I feel like it did a little better, but not significant enough for me to be super ecstatic. So when I look at my face, I have patching on the sides of my nose. It's definitely gone into my pores here, and it's really not on my nose anymore. I also used the highlight from the kit and the cheek stuff. That would be cream blush and the cream blush. So I used the cream, the peachy cream blush lip stuff and the highlight. The highlight I feel like is still pretty good on there. The cheek, I don't know. Let's talk some pros and cons. Pro, I really liked that this, for being a cushion cream foundation, had a higher coverage. I liked that because a lot of the cushion foundations I try in Korea are not really that high coverage. They tend to be pretty light coverage or such a heavy coverage that you can really tell that it's on your skin, and I absolutely hate foundations where they're cakey and you can just see that it's like sitting on there. I really like that underneath it comes with the peach kind of color and the highlighter and the concealer. The highlighter, I'd say, is actually pretty decent for a cream highlighter. You're not going to get that full strobing with this. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a very, very natural highlight, but for pale skin it actually worked really well. The concealer could definitely pass on it. Did not blow me away. Creased under the eyes. Didn't have full coverage at all. I used, you know, a concealer brush to really try to pat it in. I used my finger. Any way I tried it, it just didn't stay. It slid around. Barely any coverage. Wasn't worth it. This right here on the cheeks is really pretty, but I feel like if you get too much darker than my skin tone, you're not going to see it. And both of the colors that they have, because they only have two, both of the colors have this color in it. I can't imagine someone with darker skin being able to pull this color off. It's a super light peach, and you know, in the States we like being more tan, and so I can't say I'm super enjoying that at all either. I'm going to show you an example. It's way too light. Can you see that? It just... When is this flattering? It's not. It's not flattering at all. A big con for me is the price tag. This does not perform well enough to have the price tag it has. The price tag that Sephora has on it, I think, is in like the $45 to $50 range, and that's absolutely ridiculous. Another big con for me is the fact that in Korea, and I'm assuming in the States too, they only have 2 shades. A lot of Korean brands, they have at least 3 shades. This only has 2. It moves around, it sticks in your pores. It's really hard to match your shade to this. They only have 2 shades. It's overpriced. That peach color does not look good on your lips. Overall, I would say you don't need this. I noticed I had a tiny dry patch here. It clung into it like nothing else, even with the primer on it, and I love this primer. Even with my primer, it sticks onto everything, and with how easily it slides around, I can't imagine it's going to do any better on someone with oily skin, because I have dry skin and this slid around. Can you imagine you throw some oil onto that slick? It's not going to work. Essentially, a little disappointed. I would say if it's rad or fad, this is a fad. It's not worth your money. Anyway, that's all for today. I am going to go... No, I don't have anything to do today. I'm gonna make dinner. I'm going to go make dinner. I have some chicken that I could cook and eat, so I'm gonna go do that. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If there's any questions or comments or videos you would like to see, make sure to post it down in the comment section below. I love hearing from you guys, and that's pretty much gonna be it. I'm going to go make some food, so yeah, goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because I would like to take our relationship to the next level, and I think you should want to take our relationship to the next level.